Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here to talk about an AI penny stock that I think is the next big thing. I think it's going to be bigger than Palantir. Yes, bigger than Palantir, and it's very similar. So if you guys want to watch that, stick around, enjoy the video. If you do enjoy it, also be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. As of recording this, we're at 239 subscribers, almost 250. I really appreciate you guys for subscribing, and yeah, let's get right into it. So we can see today it was a pretty bad day in the portfolio. We're down $800, but I mean, if we look at the past week, we're still up a percentage point, even amid that really bad day. And then we look at the past month, past 3 months, and we're doing all right in the portfolio. You know, this is going to happen. We're going to have days that aren't so amazing, and that's just part of life. That's part of the stock market. But yeah, let's get right into this stock right here. I'm not worried about the portfolio at all. We've been up an amazing amount over the past couple of weeks, months, year. So let's get into this. It's BBAI is the ticker symbol. This is Big Bear AI. This is a $6 stock. Penny stock is classified as a stock $5 or under. So this is very close. It has been a penny stock for most of its life. As you can see here, it's been in the $1 range. But Big Bear has been heating up recently because of what it's been showing, what kind of, technology it's been putting out, the kind of things that could happen for this company. They were founded in 2020, so this is a very new company, and this is a risky investment. Don't get me wrong, this is a risky investment. If you buy Big Bear AI, you're taking a risk. This is a risky investment, to say the least. Your money could go to zero. I think Big Bear AI has a good chance to go to $0. So why am I telling you to invest in this stock? Because I think it has a better chance to hit $100. I think that this stock has an equal chance that it's going to hit zero or hit $100, 120. So do you want to, 10x, 20x your money for the risk of losing it all? I'm willing to take those odds. That's, 1 to 10, 1 to 20 odds. And that's, only put money into the stock that you're willing to lose. But you can see right here, I mean, this is a very cheap stock. You can see it IPO'd actually in 2021, it looks like. Yeah, for $10. We had a really quick drop to $4, up to 12, and then all the way down it got below $1. So these stocks are very hard to value because they're speculation based investments. This is mostly speculation based. There is some backing financially, but the financial backing, as you can see in their PE ratio, they're not a profitable company. So this is a risky investment, to say the least, like I keep prefacing. You can see there's only 630 employees in this company. They're headquartered out of Virginia, which I thought was interesting. A lot of these, tech companies, bigger ones, but they're headquartered all out of somewhere in California. And then you see they're founded in 2020. So very new company, and they already have a pretty decent, reputation for being so new. So what I wanted to show you guys also is their earnings are all over the place. This is not a great thing to see, but I wanted to compare their stock. So look at this big drop, and then it's starting to bounce back up. I don't want to compare it, but there is a stock that's very similar to this all time. There's a rise after IPO, then a big drop, and then it starts bouncing back up, and then now, yeah. So this stock was at $8 for a while. That's even more than what BBAI is at, but you can see that this one was at $6.42, and now it's at $157. So anything is possible, but the thing that is very interesting with this is Palantir and Big Bear AI could work together. I think it's more likely that they will work together than that they won't. A lot of the government contracts that are being offered to both of them and that they're taking are guaranteed money. So that's just going into the company. And I mean, who has more money than God himself, the government. So the government is definitely playing a big role in this, to say the least. So they're giving a lot of money to these companies that are, defense based. So Big Bear AI, what they do actually is they have a facial recognition software that is being used for security purposes. It's being used, it's being tested over the US actually, but I think they're going to implement it even more. And it's very advanced technology, to say the least. I mean, there's facial recognition, and you open up your iPhone, I unlocked my screen because it knows what my face looks like, or stuff like that, or maybe your Ring camera recognizes you. But no, this is facial technology, facial recognition that they're going to use to catch criminals, maybe people that can't fly that are in the airport. They're trying to use a fake ID. No, we see, the bridge of your nose is 96 degrees. I don't know how the technology works exactly, but if I had to take a guess, it's something like that. And I feel very confident with what this company has. So you see Palantir is almost a 400 billion market cap. And if we look at Big Bear AI, let's look at their market cap. It's $2 billion. So if this company was worth as much as Palantir is, their stock would be worth I was gonna say it's gonna be worth 200 times more. Wow. So this stock could be a 200x, and that's not crazy to say. So for every dollar you put into the stock, you could get $200 back. And that's just if they do what Palantir has done. I think they can do more than that. I mean, this is all speculation based. Don't put any money in the stock that you're not afraid to lose. That's what I can tell you. Just from my personal risk management system, that's what I'd do, because this is a negative company. They're losing money. They're losing money right now. This company, they need a government contract to stay afloat before they can go bankrupt. So and that's why the stock price is so cheap for what they have. If they had a steady income and they had a lot of contracts that were, they were gaining more over time, and they were, it looked like a clear picture that this company was going to go up, they'd be worth $60 right now. That's why they're so cheap. You're taking a risk and you're buying the stock for $6 because it's a risk. It's a discounted value because, the company is not established. You don't know what you're buying. So that's why it's a risky investment, a risky stock to buy. Let's see, hedge funds. I was just curious. Okay, yeah, there's not much going on. Insiders, I'm also curious. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, some really small buys or sells right here. So yeah, all right. So yeah, it's pretty interesting with this company. I wanted to go into a little article right here actually, which I thought was very important in understanding this company. This is a bullish thesis on them, which I thought was, what I think too. But they may not be as high profile as giants like Nvidia or Palantir, obviously, but it is positioning itself as an intriguing opportunity in the AI and security space. There's no other stock in the stock market quite like this one right now, because BBAI is established. They do have a few contracts, but I think that internationally, not even just the US, internationally, they can get a lot more contracts with governments there that are going to pay them a lot of money. I think there's stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't even know right now. We might find out in the next earnings report, but I really think BBAI, there's a lot that could happen with this company. So we can see, yeah, it secured a potential, that's why the company's so cheap, $900 million government contract. If they got that $900 million contract, wait, let me pull up Big Bear. So I was going to show you guys some options, but if we go to Yahoo Finance, I want to look at Big Bear on there because I want to show you guys what this company is pulling in per year, actually. So let's see, BBAI. So look at this. They could get a $900 million government contract, right? So if we look at this company's financials, which I wasn't even going to show because they're not very impressive, their revenue is $159,000. Their cost of revenue is $114,000. Their gross profit is $45,000. $45,000. Guys, look at Palantir. Look at Palantir. $3 million. So this company has a long way to go. Their gross profit is $2.49 million, $2.5 million pretty much. And then we look at BBAI, which is a really new company. It's founded in 2020. Palantir was founded in 2003, so they're a lot more established. So this company is doing a lot for how short of a time they've been around. But the financials here are very, look at their operating income. Their profit margins they're not making much money. $45,000 is what the company's making, and their PE ratio is negative. If they secure this $900 million contract, the stock price is, going up hundreds of percentage points. And I think it's more likely than not that they're going to secure this contract. The stock was at 200% growth in just one quarter. Insider ownership of nearly 28%. I love to see that with these small companies. If the inside believes in the company that much to put that much money where their mouth is, where they're actually doing their work, that just gives me a very confident investment because they don't want to lose their money more than anything, They're not going to, do bad with their company if they own 28% of it in stock. So yeah, it's a pretty short article, but I mean, yeah, the strategic moves, including the Palantir partnership and Pangium acquisition, show that Big Bear is building a solid foundation for long-term success. With the right execution, the company could deliver significant upside, although the inherent risks of investing in a small-cap stock remain. The current momentum combined with these developments suggests a compelling investment case for those willing to take on the risk. So I totally agree with what they're saying there. I wanted to check out some options as well. But I mean, they're not wrong. I really like what that article was saying right there, and I full-heartedly agree. I think that it's a very cheap stock. Honestly, I mean, there's a lot of publicity around it, but not a lot of people know about it. I mean, you can see it was $2 for a little bit, but I'd still get it for $6. You can see it in 2025 earlier in the year, it was $9. So maybe they have this drop like this again, but I definitely dollar cost average down. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I'm pulling out money somewhere else and putting it in here. But I think the stock is even good at $6. And I just think the risk versus reward is very compelling in this case, because the stock can go insane. I mean, let's look at a little call right here. So let's do a $6 call. We'll go in the money call, and the stock can it really could run 930%. That's not crazy. And you're more than 10xing your money with that. You're 20xing it pretty much. And that's not crazy. The stock could be worth more than, $66 any, a year and a half time from now. I think it could be worth in the hundreds. So it's not a crazy thing to say. And then the applied volatility would go up too. There's a lot of things with this stock that could be pretty good. So we'll say this stock goes up to, even if it goes up to $12, you're 2xing your money. So you're 3xing it if it does it really fast, but you're 2xing it at expiration pretty much if the stock does go up, to $10, to $12, to $14, which are all very attainable for this company. And what I really like about these AI stocks is they run. When they run, they run. I mean, like, you can't stop Palantir right now. I think it's insane that Palantir is still going up. I got out of it around 110, 120. So the fact that it's at 160 right now, it kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth. I'm not going to lie. But I got out of it for an insane profit. I bought it at $20. I 6x'd my money in Palantir, which is insane to say. But yeah, it was a 6 times return of what I put in. So every $20 I put in, I got $120 back. I think this company is going to do the same thing, but we're just starting earlier now. We're at $6 instead of where, I was getting into Palantir for 20 or 30. Now we're at BBAI, Big Bear AI Technologies, and it's at $6, and it hasn't secured those government contracts yet. That's the thing that they need to hold in, and once they get that first one, I think it's a perpetual. They're gonna keep getting those contracts. That's just my opinion. You guys can do what you want with that information. Do your own research before you buy the stock. Be confident in it yourself for sure. But I think they're set up very well for success here. I mean, Big Bear AI, I really do believe in the stock. I like the company a lot. I've looked into the management as well too, and it's looking like it's set up for a pretty good return in the long term. So, I mean, the last thing I want to say is that I think shares are a good play on this company, honestly. I think the stock is also a good play, but I do think shares are not a bad play on this company. So you can see, I mean, my apologies. The call option it's cheap, but the break even is 56%, which, I mean, the implied volatility is so high, it makes sense that, that's true. That's true for this company. But I mean, even buy out of the money call, I don't hate that. Like a $17 call, I don't really hate that. You can, look, if it goes to $3,000, I mean, from a $167 call, what if you buy 3 of those calls? That's almost $10,000 from, almost pretty much $500. That's a pretty good return. You can't really complain about that in this market. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that the options could do, but I do like the shares as well. I would get a little bit of both if I were you guys, but I mean, you can even buy shorter term options, which I don't hate. Like if you got this one, it's $50. It's a lottery ticket. It's a lottery ticket option, but I mean, $50, you could turn it to $2,000. That's not crazy either. In 141 days, it could be a $50 stock. Or a $37 stock, my apologies. I do think that's possible. Then even right here, is it going to rise 23%? It could rise 23% tomorrow. Honestly, it's probably more likely to rise 23% tomorrow than it is to only rise 23% in the next 141 days. So I like these options too that are farther out expirations, but they're still pretty cheap, relatively. The break even is 23%. So you get even lower here. I think that the stock's going to rise 10% in the next month. I think even if it drops first, the fluctuation is going to make it so that the stock rises 10%. That's above your break even. That's a profit. Get a quick profit in this stock. Just swing trade it really quick if you have to. But I like this stock for the long term. So I'm going to buy shares. You guys can do whatever you want with it. But I do think that the calls and shares are both very good for this stock. And yeah, so that's my thoughts on Big Bear AI. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like it. Also subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. We're nearing 250 subscribers. And yeah, I'll post another video tomorrow. Sorry for missing yesterday. It was a very busy day for me. But I am going to start uploading daily again. I was really loving being on that train, and I hate that I missed it, but we're starting back up again. So yeah, thank you guys for the support. I'll catch you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this video. Invest in the stock, maybe a little bit. Just buy a share, half a share. See you in the next one. Peace.